Welcome back, my fellow Planet Nomads. We are here for another episode of Planet Nomads, and I have done a lot of gathering since last episode, a bunch of data pads. So let's go ahead and knock these out really quick, back to back, rapid fire lock. And if you're not interested in this, feel free to jump ahead a little bit, and then we're going to get to doing some exploring. All right, there's a way to manipulate the creator's defense mechanisms and deactivate the quarantine. Good, so we can do that turn off thing like we did in Subnautica. Unforeseen consequences. Yeah, probably same thing with Subnautica. It will produce experimental materials and attempting to create a blueprint for some sort of semi-alien portal. So maybe we can do our own teleporting out of here. Etienne is alive. I knew he made it. All right, well, somebody is glad somebody made it. We've been traveling together all around looking for crystals. Vic says we gotta find them to create new mutant technology. Not alien technology, mutant technology. And yeah, wander around dangerous places, got headaches. Not alien civilization export, so shut up and dig. I'm sick of being commanded by these eggheads. I shouldn't be here. Join the expedition, dream come true, right? Yeah, that's how it all is. San Antonio, Curly Kid, what? Okay, I want something stable, you know, something that really take care of me, not a space cowboy. Okay, seems like a bit of rambling right there in their dialogue. We're not making any progress. How many days we spent here already? Starving, old injuries from the crash hurting me or killing me. Seems we're not getting off the rock so easily. Well, you know, if it was easy, it wouldn't be survival. Something is off. Galena's behaving strangely, keeps disappearing for hours and coming back, not telling us something. Make her talk, maybe. Yeah. Something's going on. Got voices in her head, something like that. We're going through the same thing. Oh, okay. So we got another little message here. Travel stars. Mind easily swayed to darkness, unresolved, not ready. So I'm not ready? I'm not ready for it? I think I am. Come on, let's get going. Let's look at this one. Scroll through her personal data pad. Crazy stuff. Yeah, nanotechnology capable of infiltrating our brain, communicating with her. We got the same thing. So yeah, it's not just a virus. It's like a nanoparticle type thing. Falling into place now. Technology on Mars. Yeah, we thought was a gift. Yeah, it was a curse. They have contracted the creator technology. Once they come to contact, creator set out nanovirus, takes control of the living things, creates endless biomass slaves, grounds for experiments. Not a single battle had to be fought. So it's more like, it's not them testing and trying to create new life. It's basically kind of like that thing out of Prometheus, you know, the alien prequel movie, where it's the black goo and it basically causes massive mutation, creating all new sorts of species out of other stuff. All right, just talked to Vincent, and he got the night crystal. It was a good idea. Pylons near the main monument are probable source for interference. Firing the crystal at the top, ionizing the atmosphere. Okay, create an override matrix. So, you know, we've already cracked their code, and we're doing some stuff. Don't trust Delgado and Manicourt. Most spectacular achievement of my life. Behold the Odysseus, hybrid portal based on local, more advanced portals and original Mars technology. Somebody made a portal that will work with those, or at least work for our own stuff. Okay, disarm the pylons and the quarantine. Hopefully the Odysseus will get us out of here. Etienne has a different plan to get out of here. No more running, no more secrets, no magic crystals, lizard gorillas, toxic rain, and rambling Buzz in an alien tongue. Okay, so Buzz is the alien inside the head, is what that's why everybody's been calling him. Lying to us the whole time. All we have to do is activate the portal monument to Mars. Oh, all right. Humans are very raw, easy to draw against each other. Yeah, you're turning us on each other. Oh, we got objective Odysseus, objective fuel. All right, so we got some new stuff going right there. Awesome. So yeah, progressing fairly quickly in the storyline with this. Even if this is right now, the virus thing is a fraud. Don't think it exists. Time for plan B. I can tell you it exists. It's talking to me. It's been talking to other people. All right, song in my head. Maybe you should kill him. Accident, lose myself, staying over her. So this is like saying, hey, maybe kill this person, make it look like an accident kind of thing, and it's like crazy, you know, Buzz going crazy in the head, everything. This is where like the mind's starting to break apart, looks like. Oh, could not understand. There's others more suited for your message. Well, maybe I'm one of those others. Let's get my my setup here moving, and we're going to get going. I'm actually in a really good spot. You can see I've got a marker over there to the south a little bit further. Basically what I've done is done some exploring, got a bunch of markers. There's some monuments back this way. You see how far I've come from the original spot. I want to explore this area. I like the look of this. There's a lot of water. Looks like there's going to be more water around there. I should be getting down this way more into the copper or carbon, iron, silicon area. There's not copper in this game. And then this is where I should see like the cobalt, silver, aluminum, everything. So I'm thinking I'm kind of in that area where I might have a good base location to set up. Oh, this is a new looking crystal. And it's not as compact as the others. And I gotta scan it, so let's see. Underground crystals on planet surface, possibly part of a larger hidden structure. See, now that is a cool little thing. That would have been nice. Now, I remember at one point there was like caves being shown in some of the pictures for this. It'd been great if there was like a big cave system, but in all the time I've played, I've never encountered a big actual cave system in the game. I think that would have been something really cool to have. So this looks to be a pretty decent little spot. I mean, it's a nice little island. I could build here and eventually just build a nice little wall or fence type setup for it. I have this little adjacent area here. I've got water that I can feed to and pump through. I could also have like a little watercraft that I send over this way. It gives me some options here if I want to expand bigger later. So I think this is a good spot to make my starting base. Alright, it's hunting time. I'm taking out all of the animals in this area because I do not want them in my way. Well, I've got my basic starting platform done. I know I want to do it kind of like 2 landing pads that connect to the side. Right now, I just want to get something going where I can land this and kind of see how this is going to play out. Because I think I'm going to end up ultimately keeping this design in the long run, just so I don't have to make it again if I want like a really fast vehicle for travel. And then I'm going to build a multi-tiered semi-tower, not really super tall, and this is apparently a very rainy area that I've picked. And basically just use that. Similar to what I built before, I'm going to have some of my power production sitting underneath. I may actually have just everything tied to deuterium production, have water and a carbon deposit mining setup coming up and feeding directly into here. I may have a separate tower that then feeds over here, the finished product. I'm not sure on that yet, but I do know this is basically how I'm going to do it. And use the underside again as a way to keep things up above off the ground and be able to build some deuterium generators that kind of hang below everything. So I changed my mind. I think I'm just going to have a separate landing pad area and then a separate base tower, and I'm going to do some kind of like compartmentalizing of things so that instead of it being all in one single tower, I'm going to break it up where I'll have some stuff that is completely custom, some stuff that I'm just going to spawn in from the workshop, and then take pieces or take the whole thing and move into where I want it to go, and just build kind of like a whole little infrastructure here rather than a single all-encompassing tower type thing. And so basically, yeah, this is gonna be like my main living tower, little lookout base where I kind of control and manage everything. I'll have like my landing spot there. I'm gonna have maybe some storage towers off to the side so I don't have to worry about doing anything weird with the tower, you know, here. And I'm just gonna, yeah, kind of get it going as best I can with that, and that's gonna be the project for right now. So I've got a bit of work done with the base area. So we got a little landing platform, a little walkway that connects over to the base. I'm probably going to end up redoing the flooring on this, honestly, just to make it into the ceiling tiles so I can easily connect things underneath. Probably end up having to do the same thing over there at some point. I've got 2 deuterium generators with, of course, the conveyor connector, so I can have basically whatever spot that's producing deuterium, whether it's over here, wherever, it pumps up here. It's going to have all the storage. It's basically just going to connect up here and feed power. And then I have, for right now, to give me some extra power, some solar panels on the side, and I'll probably mix these in as I put walkways out going to the different areas. Just have solar panels along the edge outside of the walkways. That way I still have solar power going in during the day. It provides a little bit extra boost. And whenever I finish the roof, I'll have a few solar arrays on it with some batteries probably feeding in. But yeah, that's basically the initial setup. Nice little area. I've just got to get some production going. And to that end, I need to actually go do some exploring now and find some good production sites. I've got to kill you because I need this area clear. Sorry about that, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I need you out of here. You slow, dumb animal. So I've got a spot right next to the base, and so to get things moving quickly and not have to move the air miner over and set it up, I'm going to actually use this remote auto mining setup thing from the workshop. It's very compact. It's all solar powered. It's got a built-in connector or conveyor connector you can see on the corners, and just conveyors I could tie right into as well. So this should work pretty decently. And there we go. All right. So that will take a moment. We'll have a good bit of production going there for the main stuff. At least then I can go and set up a water pump separately until I find a good water-bound section with carbon. And then I'm going to have just everything be like the carbon and water just in one little setup. And all the production there. That will be probably more of a custom thing that I do. And start experimenting more with the design element. But yeah, at least I've got a really good spot right there next to the base. Make it easy to connect in to the base, especially once I replace, I think, the foundation section with the ceiling parts. That way the ceiling stuff just, you've got that conveyor connector on the ceiling. You don't have that with the foundation. So I got a nice little mining spot right in the middle of the water. So I'm going to build a little overhang here. And basically a lot of production inside. I'm just going to use ceiling tiles. Because, again, you do have the option with the conveyor system that it will let you tie in on the ceiling joints, but not on the foundation. So it kind of causes problems if you're trying to pass stuff through the foundation. I'm probably going to redo that and that, honestly, to be the same thing, just ceiling tiles. Because that way, it's easier when I'm doing the conveyor stuff. So it doesn't look like much right now, but it's a nice little platform. I mean, it's just situated just right there. So I have some production there. I have some water pumps going along here. And yeah, I'm going to be able to get a lot of deuterium production going just from this site. I think I want to actually try building downwards first with the conveyors rather than trying to do it the other way. So we're going to do like 2 in on each side. And that way it gives me a little buffer if I do want to have like a little walking area. Wish they had a centered version of this where it was right in the middle, and I need more parts. Alright, so I've got my deuterium generator. I've got 3 food and drink machines, which will start producing the water I need, the purified water, because they are hooked into the mining rig right now, just one mining rig, so I can get things kind of started. And then there's going to be more later. Actually, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a mining specific one down here. That way it's just connected to each of these instead. Oh yeah, of course, gotta disconnect each one. There's one thing that I still feel like they could have done better in the game was better access to the electrical configuration on everything, rather than having to go in individually and disconnect certain things like that. We're gonna have that part there, that there. All right, we're gonna connect this, power these, and then what I'm gonna do is build on this side the refineries, and I think 1 refinery should be enough to get started because it takes 20
you are slightly thirsty.
purified water to make 1 deuterium. So, oops, yeah, I want to keep my color the right way. So yeah, I think right now I could get away with just a single refinery. And of course I need power for said refinery. So now I just need water. I know I don't have any deuterium with me. Let's go grab some deuterium and kick this thing off. Alright, so it is working now. I have 2 mining rigs because it actually is a little tight on space there. I'm sure I could probably squeeze in a little bit more, but because of distance between them, keep them a little bit more separated. Like I might could take that one back and get it really close to it. But right now, I'm just going to let it run for 2 because this was just to get this started so I have some production going for feeding power up there as well as keeping this running. Everything is set to 50,000 on the food and drink machines for the water, and this is set to 20,000 deuterium. So it's going to take a while for these to actually complete everything, run out. And I do have more room. I could expand upwards if I wanted to, like on each side, just build up another level, have more food and drink machine, more refinery right here, stacked on top if I ever do that. It's all going to depend on volume of production if I need to ramp it up. I'm trying to keep from going over the top just yet because I know what's going to happen there. It's going to have performance issues. So we're going to keep it a little bit more low-key for right now. I wish this has something like how a SAS factory, you can kind of get a lineup thing for a distant item so you can see, hey, this is going to line up over there and it's good to go. And that way I would know how everything's lining up and I could make sure everything's kind of even. But you see, that's not even. So it's gonna be fun getting it connected into everything. But we also have the mover tool I have not really messed with. Definitely gonna have to try that out. Maybe I could get things where once I build out that way, I rotate it a bit so it snaps in and works better with that. And oh yeah, that's already filling way up. You can see just how quickly this is working. I'll have to grab a lot of supplies from there. That may be something I just build temporarily on top, something to keep it running, you know, where it will pull and produce stuff for me in the base and go into base storage rather than worrying about this. But yeah, eventually this will all be set up where everything interconnects. When I land a vehicle that has been out gathering supplies, it will connect in through the conveyor connectors, providing all supplies that it has gathered into the production chain, and for, of course, using with the replicator. But this is at least a start. I do have the basic thing going right here. I've got me a little base. I've got some markers. I've also got a spot right over there I still haven't even gone over to look at. But I'm going to focus more on right now building with the base, working on getting some stuff going, and then, of course, having to set up some remote sites similar to that elsewhere, where the idea is going to be, instead of having the onboard connectors, I'm going to have it feed into one of the portable storage containers, the big ones like I used in the past, and have it where I could just bring that, have some docking pads over there, dock it in, and that will provide the rare resources, zeonite, gold, uranium, stuff like that, into the production chain without having to extend way out like I did in the past to get supplies. So I think I'll have a pretty close bit of cobalt, silver, and such over there in the beach area. At least I know I've got carbon, iron, and silicon all around me right here. I've got some food production there. Basically, this is going to be a pretty decent spot. And map-wise, I'm at the edge of some water. If I build a water vehicle, I can, you know, move out from here. I can have a little dock over here. It gives me some good options for later on as I continue to build. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, and that's going to be it for this episode of Planet Nomads. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.